Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm here in Planetbase, the outer space building and economy simulation game where you land on various different worlds and try to set up viable colonies to have lots of fun. Currently, I'm going through what's called the Dark Moon Challenge, as I'm working on the final achievement of Planetbase to complete all the built-in challenges. So on this one, you land on this terrible little moon that has no atmosphere, so I can't use wind turbines. Um, and the only source of power is solar power, since there is no atmosphere. And Planetbase Corp doesn't believe in nuclear power for some reason. Um, I have a feeling it's a little bit of an eco statement. It's like, oh, nuclear power bad. I was like, well, I like nuclear power in real life, but oh well. They don't have that here. So the days are short, the nights are long, and I have to suck up all the power that I can from the sun whenever the sun is available, and make sure that I've stored enough to be able to operate through the night to keep our colonists from freezing, from starving, from being dehydrated, from lack of water. Whoa! And so much for that bot. Guys, what the hell? Nobody's at their posts. I have all these engineers, and I cannot keep them at their posts. That's like, oh yeah, now we'll go ahead and turn on the meteorite defenses. Yeah, thanks a lot. I mean, look how many engineers I've got. Let's see. I've got 13. 13 engineers. And the only jobs that the engineers have are to make a few things, so there's 5 stations there, and then 3 more. So that's 8. 8 jobs total for the engineers. There's no construction that's pending. There's no reason for them to not be at their posts, and yet it's so hard to keep them actually monitoring. You know what? Here, let's go ahead and we're going to increase the priority of this work structure, because we just lost a robot that we should not have. Thank goodness there wasn't a colonist in that thing, because there's anti-meteorite lasers here and here, providing redundant coverage for the heart of the base, and that meteorite came down right in the center of the base. We're lucky it hit a connection and didn't strike the canteen when people are in there eating, or a dorm full of people sleeping. Could have had a lot of deaths. That's annoying. I try to have lots of engineers in order to provide redundancy, but it's just so hard to keep them at their post protecting the colony. They just don't see it as very important. There we go. There's the laser going off in order to protect us. Since there can be a lag on the recharge time for the laser, that's why we have redundant defenses here, so that we have 2 lasers fully charged and ready to fire in the event that something is coming down on the base proper. But it absolutely relies on having engineers at their posts ready to fire the weapons. Yeah, mini rant over. Let's see if maybe we can recruit some more engineers. I don't know what the excuse is. They just feel the need to wander around. I've had the same problem in real life where there are people that they're in the building. They're supposed to be working. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Yeah, these are enemies. These guys are here to murder everyone. So fine, how do you do? And I don't have any defenses against them other than keeping them out on the surface. so this is a little trick. Get them to turn around. Meanwhile, let my colonists inside. Looks like all the other robots are in, except for this one, who wants to go get repaired. Yoink! I get them to turn around and then open the door for my robot. There we go. We can cancel the alert. Now if the airlocks are powered down, it's basically locking the door. They can just stay outside and die. Good grief, I prioritized this structure. Still can't keep them at their post. I'm just looking for the best way to connect things in order to get the best bang for the buck. I want to have plenty of birthing capacity for additional colonists as I recruit people. Okay, great. These guys are just determined. They are armed, and if they were to get in here, they would be shooting everybody. Let's make them walk around. Use up their oxygen a little bit. Whoops, that robot made it out. Okay, good. I guess that's going to be a constant problem. I always have to watch out for attacks. So we'll keep the starport out that I'm going to build here, far away from the colony, so that I have a chance to shut the doors in case the wrong type of people land. Let's see how far. Oh, the laser covers all the way out here, so there's no reason the starport can't be out here too. looks like we have lots of materials on hand, so we should be able to keep the factory and the robotics bay going. Speaking of which, it's probably time to put up a third robotics workshop. This one will be for constructor bots. And we're getting to the point where we have enough robots to justify another robot repair pad. Okay, the starport is up. And here comes our first ship. Ah, good. More engineers. We'll activate the landing pad also, and at this point, we just need everybody. We just have to watch out for hostiles. We're getting to the point where we probably need another storage area here. What we have is just not cut yet. Power is a little crazy. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. Let's see. Yeah, water has been a little nuts. Oxygen's doing okay. Food is steady. The good thing is that neither the lab or the biodome are at full capacity yet, so there's still room for expansion. Which is good, because we need something like 10 times as many colonists. What is this big old cluster at this airlock? I guess we need more airlocks. Well, you know what? That could be on the to-do list. This section could have a second airlock right there. Okay, big colony ship. All right, lots of good colonists. Makes me nervous every time a ship lands, since I have no guards. Okay, good. We've got 3 cabins in use. The dorm is not really preferred by anybody anymore. I don't blame them, in all honesty. Maybe I should just recycle all the bunks. I mean, we have to have the dorm in order to be able to make the cabins, but we don't have to force anyone to sleep there. Oh, there we go. All right. So we're doing a little bit better about anti-meteorite defenses. Yeah, I have to tab out for a second, so it's going to go nuts. Oops. There we go. Just had to check something. No, I'm looking at the map here and thinking about future expansion. Although we don't have the personnel for it as yet, I'm thinking another processing plant could go over here, as well as an additional biodome. We don't need them yet, but they would be there as we got more Planeteers down here on the base, ready to expand our facilities, so that it'll be less of an emergency by the time that they are needed. It's going to take a moment for these to pressurize. Oh yeah, don't bother putting the connection together. Thanks a lot. Whoops. Uh-oh. Here comes our next batch of suckers. Anybody that comes to this planet is a sucker. Heck, even the hostile visitors that cut to attack it, I mean, it's like, it often makes me wonder what would, if it were real, what kind of situation where would you be sitting around and it's like, hey, I heard about this dark colony. They're way outside the trade routes, and every pirate that's gone there has never come back. Why don't we go attack that planet? Yeah. What could go wrong? We could be the ones that could succeed and take it over. We have no idea what happened to the last guys, but surely they're living it up down there. It's like, no, I'm not going to the dark colony where no pirate ever comes back from it. It's like, nope, I'll go find some other target to attack. At least that's how I would think. Since we have 3 engineers, and they actually seem to be at their posts, we can see about putting up a 3rd telescope, and that will increase our defense coverage. Right now, the defense coverage is at 84%. I think it'll get us up in the 90s to have a 3rd one. That's assuming that all of the stations are manned at all times, which often they are not. Idle. I hate that. It's like, I could understand if you're getting up because, oh, I'm hungry, or I'm tired, or I need water, but to just say, you know what, F this job, I'm just going to go off and stare out the window here, as I just wander around the base for no reason. And to heck with it if a meteorite comes down and kills somebody. Planet-based logic there. Meanwhile, if it's time to build a bar, everybody comes running to assemble that thing and stuff vegetables into the drink makers. Whoops, oh, power is low. I guess we've been expanding a bit. It is time to increase our power generation. I mean, the sun's coming up, so good timing. Looks like we need to get more of that ore processed into metal in order to be able to put up another panel. We seem to be doing okay for spare parts. Whoops, here comes another ship. Let's see what we've got. Workers. Okay, good. You know what, let's go ahead and shut down the starport and the landing pad for a while. Let's recharge in power. Sun's about to come up. It's very expensive to run that starport in terms of power cost. When I saw all those workers get off, I was like, is this an attack? That was quite a few new colonists to show up all at once. Got kind of close on the power there, so we'll see about getting up another panel, putting up more collectors. The good thing is that with more workers available, they'll be able to work in the processing plant in order to refine this ore faster. Because that's the problem, is keeping people on station to actually work. They get tired, they need to sleep, they need to eat or drink water, have a beer to commiserate, and turn around and do it again the next day. Kind of like real life. So I want to make sure my people are able to stay on task and that they have relief workers that are able to step in for them when they need to go, so that we can get the maximum efficiency out of our manufacturing and processing facilities. At least that's my hope. Oh, you know what? And now that we have, or do we? Okay, solar panel's been built. Telescope hasn't. It's supplied, but solar panels take priority, and understandably so, since they're about life and safety. Of course, it was completed right after the sun went down, of course. Typical. Okay, I always try to maintain a ratio of 2 power collectors per solar panel, because that's usually the amount of power that they'll suck up during the day that they could store. And I'm trying to keep as much power as I can to take with us into the night. The days are not very long. I'm surprised that with all the personnel we have, we're getting by with 2 tables here. I guess it doesn't take that long to... Whoops! There goes the power. Well, at least we won't be down for long. And here comes the sun. However long those power outages last, it's not good. Try not to make too many problems for the colony here. Zero? What the heck? Everybody left their post at the same time? Okay, as you can see, with 3 telescopes now, the third one is up. When they're all manned, we're at 94% coverage. So 94% likelihood of shooting and destroying incoming meteorites within our defense perimeter. Okay, good. The other power collector's been built. Too bad it was after sundown, but next day we'll be able to fully fill them up and then hopefully reactivate the starport and the landing pad. Alright, so far the balance has been pretty good, although I'm noticing the food is starting to decrease. We were at a surplus before, and now we are not. So now that we have enough personnel to justify it, we can see about expanding the biodome and the lab. Power doesn't look great, but we have our new solar panel up with its 2 power collectors, so hopefully we can fully charge up today. As the sun comes up, now the panels reorientate themselves and we can suck up some of that beautiful power. I was expecting that the storage would be utilized, but I guess since we've been consuming our food, it has been taking down what we're storing here. And it's good to see that we have plenty of metal, which is necessary for building robots, semiconductors, and spare parts. So we're able to keep up with all of those. So production continues. Oh yeah, here we are going into the night, and the power collectors are full. So let's go ahead and reactivate our landing facilities and see what we get. Now, I'm not ready to actually utilize this biodome yet, but for future expansion, I'm going to go ahead and put a... Whoa! I'm going to impact on a collector. Guys, what the hell? I guess even with 96% coverage, or 94, well, there's still a 6% chance that the meteorite gets through. Dang it. Uh-oh, I didn't see what that was. Are we under attack? We are. Shoot. There's 4 of them. Oh, this is bad. We have no guards. We literally had to beat them to death, but 4 of our colonists died as a result. Well, time to use those medical supplies. One by one, everybody needs to go get treated. Actually, I'm kind of concerned about how injured they are. I don't want anyone dying for lack of treatment. Ugh, there goes the power. If it's not one thing, it's another. Alright, I guess we can't support the starport and the landing pad. I need to expand power generation even further. Worried that I'm getting too far from the airlock. So this will probably be the last solar panel that goes out this way. This will give us more of a buffer on water. So, lots of structures that need metal. Oh, this got put up already. Excellent, excellent. All right, let's go ahead and shut it down. It is for future expansion, so it doesn't need to be powered. And it doesn't need to consume any water either. Some unhappy people here. You know what? Yeah, I was gonna say, Some people need to go to sick bay, others just need to go to the bar. Everybody's sad about the colonists that died, and I am too, because the whole idea is to reach 300 colonists, and these visitor attacks make it harder, because I have to sort out good from bad. I have to keep an eye on all the landing areas at all times. So when the visitors entered the base, I took us from yellow alert to red alert. In a red alert situation, all the colonists are basically told, look, the base is under attack, use any means necessary, attack and kill, all intruders. And so that's why you saw everybody, dogpile them and beat them to death. We don't have any weapons, but we do have fists. Of course, we'll need to replace the colonists that we lost. But we're still having problems with power, so we'll get our newest solar panel up and running before we recruit any more colonists. Yeah, see, we're going into the night and we are not fully charged. A lot of room out this way. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, which way can I expand in order to offer more power generation? And I'm thinking over here, but I don't want to start at this point. I'd like to start here. You know what? Let's go ahead and recycle this airlock, and that way we can continue the base this way. And that way we can put an airlock over in this vicinity and start putting up power generation in this neighborhood. Okay, so I'm thinking that as the power, or the as the processing plant reaches its capacity and we need another one, we could have another processing plant here, which, just like this one, is connected directly to a storage area. This will be future expansion since I'm not ready to open up another processing plant. So just like with this biodome, it'll get constructed and then we'll keep it powered off until such time as it's needed. But it helps me to build over into this direction so that we can have some additional solar panels. It's just over here we're a little landlocked, and I don't want us to get too far from the airlock so that someone has to go out there and service these things on a regular basis. So we'll say shut that down. And we're going into the night again and we're still not fully charged. And that's even with the, whoa! What kind of coverage do we have here? 84%. Again, it's so hard to keep the engineers at their posts. Well, we have 3 telescopes with no redundancy, so we'll add a 4th station so that hopefully we'll have a redundant person in case someone needs to get up and go somewhere. I was also looking, and it looks like the mines are not keeping up with the processing plant. It looks like the processing plant is going through the ore that it's receiving just a little too quickly. We want it to be a continuous evolution where they're always producing more and more metal. But to do that, they always have to have ore. So we'll go ahead and expand and get another mine up. We should have enough bots for that, but just in case here, let me take a look. So currently drill bots are set to 10. Let's increase that to 15. Now granted, there's normally only 3 bots per mine. However, sometimes the bots go back and forth as they are getting repaired or doing other things. So that's why I want to have some redundancy for the bots, just as I do with the engineers. Whoa, food is looking bad. I was just looking at the food stocks here. I was like, oh, wait a minute. We are not keeping up. I know it has to do partially with the bar, but... Okay, well, that's why we have future expansion. So, now let's see. We're gonna have to recruit some more biologists here in a moment. So, how many biologists do we have? We have 14. Oh no, those are engineers. Never mind. Biologists is 9. So why don't we go ahead and set our landing permissions to where all we want to see coming down to our planet are biologists. I feel like I have to watch these things since I had that attack. Oh, that's nice. Look at all those biologists. Oh, it's wonderful. I don't know, maybe I'll just go ahead and turn that off. That was more than I expected in one shot. And since food is going down, I mean, granted, the bar is probably contributing to that, eating all the vegetables and whatnot. This way, our new team will be able to keep up with the new biodome. Sounds so close. Hopefully we've got coverage. Although our meteorite defenses have only been sort of reliable. Okay, good. I like seeing all those power collectors filled with power. Okay, this will considerably expand the amount of food we're able to produce, assuming that we have enough biologists in order to take care of it. And what, here, go ahead and we'll open it up and get some more. The more the merrier. I want to make sure that they're able to keep up with things. Not only that, but I think I'm going to double the meat generation capacity for the lab. Let's see, how are we doing in terms of... Oh, good, our status is excellent. Everybody likes it here. They're fed, their needs are met. Got nice berthing cabins to sleep in. The beer is ever flowing. Oh, shoot. Guys, come on. Why is my base always under attack? Everybody inside. Well, I mean, the robots probably don't need to go in. I mean, it's not like they're going to asphyxiate, but... Okay, nobody got in. Good, there are no humans on the surface anyways, so the drill bots can just go right back to work. And the visitors can just die out there. Or, I should say attackers. They're not here to do us any favors. Here, we'll go ahead and we'll advance time just a little bit. Let them suffocate out there. It's like you came to our planet to murder people, so you could just stand out there and think about it. grief, do these guys have a lot of oxygen or what? Oh, good grief. Now we have some more legitimate colonists. They're like, hey, there aren't any doors open for us. It's like, yeah, I know. Just gonna have to wait until these guys die. Okay, good, good. So now they're dying, and they're dead. Try not to lose any more colonists. So far we've had, let's see, we had one colonist die due to pathing errors, another that was killed by meteorite, and then 4 more that were killed by hostile attackers disguised as visitors. My goal is to reach 300 colonists, but I have to watch out who it is that gets allowed into the colony. We don't have any weapons, and these types of unfriendly people come down, and their goal is to basically murder everyone and take over the colony for themselves. They don't want to build anything, they just want to take. Well, on the plus side, it looks like we may have taken care of our power problems. And you know what? Since this is a dead end, let's see, can I nestle? I guess that might be too tight. I was thinking, I'm always looking for some place where I can stuff a cabin. Although we have a canteen a little bit further over, this will be a satellite canteen that will be useful to people in this area. That way, biologists, for example, will be able to get their needs met and then go back to work without leaving the general vicinity. At least that's the idea. Whoops. Well, not that it'll be needed, but we can even give them a screen for some entertainment. I have a feeling, though, that the bar, being right next door, will be infinitely more attractive for people who want to turn their frowns upside down. But I'll go ahead and offer that as an option anyways. I'm curious as to see whether or not they might have that as a dynamic in, say, Planetbase 2. You know, the bar always seems to be kind of like a cheat code for getting colonists to be happy again, despite whatever horrible calamity gets inflicted upon them. As long as the alcohol keeps flowing, they'll stay mostly okay in terms of morale. But wouldn't it be an interesting twist if you get colonists that are, for example, non-alcoholics? You know, They won't drink anything that's alcoholic, and therefore they don't benefit from having a bar. That would be an interesting dynamic if they happen to add that, where it's like, oh no, I recruited 10 people and they all are non-alcoholic. Yeah. Well, it's good to see that processing plant so busy. Lots of metal building up. I need to think about expansion. For a long time, at least initially, we were having problems with materials as we were starting up, but that seems to be taken care of largely. Let's see. Well, you know what? I can always use more storage. I'm thinking about how to expand over here. And I'm realizing that I will just go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way. Have another storage dome here. Also, there's going to be a need for oxygen generation over in this section. So they can be serviced by this generator. And we can go ahead and put an airlock here. Now the trick is I can probably get all of this stamped down so that I can put up, I'm thinking power generation over here. Take all of this in order to put up solar panels, power collectors, and the usual riffraff. Oh, good. This way we have a processing plant right in the middle of two different storage domes. I'd forgotten that that's a processing plant that's waiting future expansion. Looks like we're doing okay with food. The new biodome has turned things around to where now our vegetable production is up again. So that's good. Yikes, that sounded close. Well, I guess it's not coming down within the defense perimeter. As loud as they sound, we do have coverage and we are protecting the base, so that's good. The good thing is that we are stockpiling all kinds of valuable materials, so lots of metal, lots of bioplastics, which will be able to be used in expanding the base in the very near future, so that we'll be able to intake a lot more colonists in order to reach our goal of establishing a major base with 300 colonists. But, and looking at the time, I'm thinking that this is a good spot to end this video here. So, here, let me decrease our time and save our spot. Join me next time here on Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming channel, where, let's see, I guess we'll work on water storage and get ready for a major expansion so that we can open things up and allow more colonists to land. But like I said, I'm not using any guards. We have no weapons, so I'm going to have to watch that starport and that landing pad to make sure the wrong people don't get off those ships. It should be exciting. See you next time.